Time now for a segment brought to you by Washington Trust, and here to tell us all about protecting our information is Jared Wilbur, Vice President and Corporate Security of Governance Officer at Washington Trust. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for coming in. I was just telling you, I'm almost afraid now when I get an email to even click on it because there are so many online scams and these people working to get our information.
Right.
And you were telling me that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you want to be really careful with any emails coming in. You can always call back the person who sent it to you. If you're not sure, hover over the link so you can kind of see where it's going to take you. But if you're not sure, best bet is don't click it.
And this really has become an industry of its own, correct?
Yeah, consumers lost over $3 billion to online scams and fraud in 2020 alone.
What are some of the ways that they've gotten into our email or have gotten our information?
So I think probably the most common way is through the data breaches that we see, but also people using weak passwords or sharing passwords across applications. So, if you use a password for your grocery store rewards account, you don't want to be using that for your email or your online banking because they'll take those harvested credentials and just pump them through as many sites as they can and try to get access that way.
Now, some of these things that you have here on the list, obviously you just said $3 billion to those frauds in 2020 alone. Fraudsters using psychological or emotional manipulation as well.
Yeah, so one of the things they'll do is they'll look at, some will actually go as far as to farm like obituaries to find someone who's recently suffered a loss who may be more vulnerable to a romance scam, or look on your Facebook account to see, are you struggling financially where you may be more vulnerable to a lottery scam, and then try to craft their hooks to you in a very personal way that'll make you more susceptible.
Right, using current events to sound even more believable as well.
Right, coronavirus relief scams and things of that nature.
So how can people kind of stay ahead of this and know what is legit and what's not legit?
So again, like I said, the best approach is a cautious approach. If you're not sure, don't click the link, don't respond. Talk to a trusted advisor, right? Talk to your bank, talk to a friend or a family member. If you're going to commit to a financial transaction for anything, get a second opinion, a second pair of eyes on it. Look for things like grammatical errors in the emails or unusual formats in like the address, if you're receiving a check or something like that. But talk to somebody. Don't go it alone, because the fraudsters will try to convince you to keep everything a secret, right?
Right.
Try to get you to try to misrepresent the circumstances of the payment they're looking to get you to make to your bank. Anytime someone's telling you to lie to your bank or to keep everything, very hush-hush, you should be very suspect of that.
Some of the ways that you can protect yourself, you say here, set up multi-factor authentication for online accounts.
Yeah, so anytime you have the option to do an out-of-band authentication through a cell phone or a callback or something like that, you want to set that up, especially for financial accounts or emails.
So a lot of times that would mean that if I went on there, it would ask for a code, it would be sent to my cell phone or email, you'd put that in, and then you'd be able to go through, correct?
Yes,
okay.
And very important, never share that code with anybody. Your bank won't call you and ask you for a multi-factor authentication code.
Use complex passwords, which in theory I know is the right thing to do, is the right thing to do, but how do you remember all of them and where do you put them?
Yeah. So I actually write mine down in a little book that I keep offline, right? But one way to remember them is to use passphrases instead of passwords, right? So you don't want to use dictionary words and variations of dictionary words. But if you take a sentence like, Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowl rings, for example, and you can take the first letter of each word and maybe substitute one character.
Right.
There's ways to kind of make it memorable, but still hard for somebody to guess.
You're not giving us your password on TV?
No, I'm not going to use that one. That's why I use that as an example.
Just check it. Monitor your accounts and your credit reports as well, because a lot of them are free, and it's an easy way to see if you've been ripped off.
Yeah, and I think probably the most important thing for that is if you have accounts that you don't use all the time, make sure you're monitoring those too, right? If you're not using it, you may not think to check your statements when they come in, but if there's fraudulent activity on there and you don't report that to the bank in time, you could make the fraud worse, and you may end up being liable for some of it. So you really have to pay attention even to the accounts you're not using. Okay,
another way of getting rid of stuff is to make sure you shred it, and you folks are helping people with that as well.
Yeah, properly disposing of your information is very important because they still do the old-fashioned, dumpster diving to get your personal information.
Right. And it doesn't take much, right? An account number, anything on that can really get them into whatever account that they're looking for.
Yeah, even a utility bill nowadays is sometimes used as a verification method if you're applying for credit. So stuff that you might not even think about, bank statements, tax documents certainly, but if, utility bill, anything with your account number, all that stuff should be safeguarded.
And Washington Trust is holding days to be able to shred stuff?
Yes, first 3 Saturdays in November at various locations.
That's great. So if you have some stuff you want to get rid of, don't just toss it in the trash.
Correct.
Make sure you get it shredded, properly disposed of, so that nobody can get your information. Jared, thanks so much for being with us this morning. This segment was brought to you by Washington Trust. And if you would like the details on those free shred days, you can head on over to Rhodeshow.com.